Hey everybody, it's Michael from Bay Area Hiking Guys. Giving you that information, giving you that knowledge to hike with confidence that I'm up here in Mount Diablo. A lot of you probably have already seen my snow on Mount Diablo video. It was pretty popular. But I got something better for you. So I went up to Rose Peak in Ohlone Wilderness and ventured up there with a buddy of mine, and they got a ton of snow. There was 6 to 12 inches of snow in places. Pretty good packed full amount of snow there, and we were up there venturing forth and had quite the experience. Alright guys, hope you enjoy the video. Okay everybody, welcome to the video here. I was going to use the footage, the audio that I had, but I was using a GoPro. They don't have the best audio and it was pretty windy up there, so I have to do it this way, but that's okay. You guys get some information as you see this beautiful scenery. As we progress up to the climb to get to Rose Peak, the thickness of the snow gets thicker and thicker as we continue. So we'll talk a little bit about the wilderness area, regional wilderness area, and why it's so unique compared to all the other surrounding parks as far as snow goes. Now, occasional, we usually get one or two little light dustings here and there. When we had that big hailstorm recently, we received, a little bit of snow on Mount Diablo, nothing too serious. But Rose Peak, on the other hand, they got a ton of snow, and we actually ended up running into 6 to 13 inches of snow in places, 12 inches of snow. So pretty awesome. So when Mount Diablo, usually it'll snow and then it will melt off in about a day. Rose Peak, it'll keep it for 2, 3, and sometimes even 4 days. And it'll continue to snow, continuous days. It's been able to do that. We actually was getting snow up there for a few little days from the weather report. So I was like, hey, let's get up there and start heading out. So, the Ohlone Wilderness is so unique because of that. It just holds the snow. I guess it's something to do with how it's, shady. It's nicked into that little corner. It's got some temperatures that are coming through there that keep it pretty cold. So it's pretty awesome. So it'll keep it up there. And I was actually there earlier when we were doing the wildflower videos. If you haven't checked those out, check them out. They're awesome. And we're doing that whole series on wildflowers and what's blooming now. But we noticed that there was a ton of snow up there before they had received another big amount of snow. And I was like, well, I gotta get up there. So let's talk about Ohlone Wilderness and how you end up getting in there. So if you're familiar with Sunol, which is an awesome place to check out, you can go there and get a permit to get into the Ohlone Wilderness. And Ohlone Wilderness is knocked up into a little corner, so it's right between Sunol Regional Park and Dalval Way on the other side. So when you go through the little station there through the gate, there's actually there'll be somebody inside the little shacky thing there, and there'll be somebody inside there. Then you can pay for the permit. Now they're only in there on the weekends. They're not in there on the weekdays unless it's a holiday. So on the weekends you have to pay $5 for parking, and then you pay $2 to get your permit. That's per person. So if you've got 3 people with you, you're paying $6. It's an awesome deal though, because it's $2. It's good for a whole year of when it was issued, and to top it off, you're getting a map of Mission Peak, Sunol, Ohlone Wilderness, and parts of Dalval. Awesome. So, well worth it. And you can take that and go head on up there. So you are going through parts of the San Francisco Water District, and then you're also going through the Ohlone Wilderness section, and then you end up getting into Dalval. You can actually hike from Mission Peak all the way up into Dalval without interacting with any urban territory from the beginning all the way to the end. That's a 28-mile stretch. You can backpack up there, which is awesome. But the really cool thing is you can go up to Rose Peak and back. So from Sunol, Rose Peak and back is 18.5 miles. It's a lot. So to get up to Rose Peak, you've got to be pretty advanced in hiking. You've got to be able to do a long distance amount of hiking, a lot of mileage, and a lot of elevation gain. It's not really recommended for the beginner or intermediate hikers because it is a challenge, to say the least. You can backpack it and do a few days to get up to Rose Peak. That's possible too. But hey, I did this video so you guys have the ability to check out what's it like up there when it's snowing. Can you believe wow, this is like, oh, this is like 10-12 inches. Can you believe that we're in the Bay Area right now? Oh my gosh, this is insane.
Hey, look at this snow. Look at this. Look at this. Can you believe we're in the Bay Area? Yeah. It's like 8 inches of snow, I would say. Oh, fun. Oh, look. You get to play in the snow.
But hey, it's well worth to try it out. It's a great training hike, really good training hike if you're going to be doing the PCT or you're training for some higher Sierra elevation. It definitely will get you trained up to do training so you can stay within the Bay Area to train instead of disappearing. It's way out in the middle of nowhere, so it's definitely way out there. And like I said, it's an extreme hike, but it's just so gorgeous. I mean, you can see the amount of snow, and it was just so beautiful when we were going through there. And it was a challenge nonetheless, because you can see that we were, having to lift up our feet quite a bit to get over some of those larger sections of snow. And so Rose Peak is a amazing peak. It's 3,817 feet. So that's only 32 feet lower than Mount Diablo. So isn't that funny? Mount Diablo is 32 feet higher, but Rose Peak is lower, and it receives way more snow than Mount Diablo does, and it holds it longer than Mount Diablo does. And it's just awesome. Really recommend you check it out, even if you're not able and you don't have the experience to go up there. Just the Sonoma area down below, Little Yosemite, is a cool place to check out. So when you go up there, you have to filter your water. You've got to boil it, do what you got to do to get that water filtered, because there's nothing that's going to be able to give you any water where it's just clean right off the bat. Actually, Ohlone Wilderness was one of the many places that my buddy Joaquin Marietta, that I love to talk about so much, that historical figure, he actually roamed the Ohlone Wilderness area quite a bit. And actually down below that, towards Del Val, they've got the Marietta Falls. So they called it Marietta Falls for a reason. But he used to hang out there with his bandits quite a bit. And there's some actually beautiful oaks up here, as you can see. The oaks are just, baldly representing themselves with no leaves currently right now. So as you can see, we had a chopper that was flying by. And he kept circling around, and we really couldn't figure it out. Me and Chris were like, what is this, a news chopper? And we ended up heading back down, and then they start talking in the loudspeaker. So I was trying to figure out what was going on. We could not hear anything that they were really saying. It was something about trail, meet us here, da-da-da. So we started heading down, and they landed the chopper just shortly below Rose Peak. It was an epic scene for sure. We didn't do too much footage of it, unfortunately, we had a lot of trees in our way, and we were just trying to get down to where they were so we can speak with them. And it turns out they were regional police, and they came out, real cool guys, two officers, just really, really awesome. And they looked like they were having a ball up there just as much as we were. And they came out and started talking to us. And they were asking me if we had seen anybody that was a girl, I think it was, they were looking for, to see if she was stranded out, lost at all. She was 16-year-old. And we said no. They asked if anybody needed help that we've noticed or anything like that. We said no. So it was awesome. We didn't have. I hope they found who they were looking for. It's unfortunate. There's a lot of people that go out there and they're ill prepared, or they don't know what they're going up against, and that stuff happens there all the time. There's been cases of there was a bunch of Boy Scouts that went out here and they got snowed in really bad, and they had to get rescued out of there. So that stuff happens all the time. It gets a lot of snow in Rose Peak. If you're driving on 680 and you're going towards Fremont, let's say, you can see that Sonol Wilderness area way out in the distance there, right before you turn on that straightaway there, and you can kind of see it in the Sonol area, and you can see it way out in the distance there. But it's cool, and it gets a chunk of snow. But if any of you viewers out there that want to ever do a trip out in Sonol Wilderness to check it out, let me know. I have no problem with doing that. Just make sure that you're up and you're in the advanced level. And if you ever want to go out there and you want to do Rose Peak and you want to train for it, just give me a contact and I can help you out and get you trained. All right, thank you guys so much for 85 subscribers. It just blows me away. It's such a privilege serving everybody. I really enjoy it. I love coming out here and giving all the information and that knowledge so you guys can go out there with confidence and show all your friends and family. All right, well, we have so much more in store. We've got big plans. So thank you guys. Take care. Have a wonderful day. And hit that bell down below. It gives you those notifications that always pop up. All right. Take care. Have a good one. All right. So somebody out there had a question regarding what this little guy is. They were wondering what that is. This just actually blows my lens so I can clean up any little dustings and stuff that end up getting on my lens. So I have it right there. It's kind of a common thing that always happens. So I have that available. It's not something I blow somebody's nose or anything like that. Although, sometimes when Beth's doing a video, I blow it on her face so she looks good before the shot. All right, no, but that's what that's for. It's for my camera. All right. Information that you didn't know, now you got it.